So tell me a little bit, what's your philosophy for staying so positive, and especially when there seems to be so much negativity out there?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, there's just so much negativity out there, and I just always, since I was a kid, I was always the one that was always smiling. Just like I feel like, I know it's like cliche to say, but like they say, happiness is a choice. So like it takes a lot for someone like you go through all the struggles and stuff. Like growing up, for me, I was bullied a lot in school, so I struggled a lot with that and like my appearance because I was kind of a tomboy because I liked wrestling and being made fun of back then, and just embracing that as I got older in my teen years and early adulthood. I just embraced that, what makes you you is unique, and there's no one else but you. So it just always be proud of who you are, and just I always try to embrace that. Like growing up, like China was my influence, like a big huge influence for me, because she just always embraced who she was. She
Yes.
wasn't afraid, to be who she was, and yeah, that just really stuck out for me growing up. And just I always just try to always look at the positive side of things, because life's too short to always just try and look at the negative out of it. Like I always try to, like, if there's a situation, I always try to like look at it, even if it is a negative or a bad experience, I always just try to look at it as a learning experience. What did I learn from this, and how can I grow to be better and make others around me better? That's what I always try to do. So I know it's hard, but as I got older, it's just always been, try to look at things more positively. And it works out, like you were mentioning before about the manifesting and
Yes.
stuff like that. I know it's like the thing now, like you manifesting, but I really think it's like, you follow up with actions. Like you really have to believe, like if something that you really want, and just put it out in the universe, or, just always try to just go for it no matter what it is, even if you fail, or you try at something, at least you tried it. That's how I always look at life, and just in general.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
The manifestation thing too, and kind of also that self voice that you hear.
Yeah.
I think that your words definitely have power. And like something that I fight with, even today, I'm thinking like, oh, I don't want to mess up this interview with Kayla. I don't want.
Yeah.
But like you get that imposter syndrome. You get those voices like, and if you stop and you twist it around, like, no, this is going to be fun. This is when you're favorite wrestlers. You're going to have a great time.
Yeah.
And you have to change that voice in you, and like manifestation. I know there's all kinds of different philosophies and beliefs about manifestation, but I do feel at the core, just mentally putting your mind to it, putting it out there, it paints a target. It actually makes it real for you in your head, and you like positivity can be a habit, just like other habits. You can develop that positivity and really and like you also said, lift other people up. And learn for those trips, and I think that's tremendous. It's like it's not easy to do,
No.
and it's a constant struggle. But I feel like if maybe you'd agree that things turn out so much better when you have that philosophy.
Yeah, it for sure. And like you were saying, like a lot, what helped me too was like reading self-help books or listening to podcasts. There's a lot of like life coaches out there now, all these podcasts that are available. And those really helped me a lot too. Like one of the things that stuck out to me was just being kind to yourself, because like you were saying, the voices in your head, you can be really you're your biggest critic. That's how I feel too. Like with me, like I struggle with that a lot still, but I always just try to, like you said, turn it around, try to be kind to yourself, like you would be kind to somebody else. So that's what I always try to do, is just whenever I'm having a bad day or I'm just thinking negatively, like try to just say to myself, be kind to yourself, and just always try to like, think positive when you're in a rut.
Absolutely. We're all human. And I think
exactly.
I think one thing we have to do is cut ourselves a lot of slack.
Yeah.
We're trying, and again, it's nothing, we're not always going to be perfect, and we're going to have grumpy days. Good Lord. Sometimes I'm like, I'm going to do this. But I do think it's important to cut ourselves some slack, and
for sure.
Yeah, I'm an educator, and I would teach my students that you got to celebrate your victories. I would always do this thing where I'd write 10 problems on the board, and 9 of them are correct, and I'd do like 4 plus 5 equals 10. And then they
Yeah.
all go, Mr. Bernier, you got that one wrong. And I said,
Yeah.
why are we focusing on the one that I got wrong and not the
Right.
9 that I got correct? And we go through
Right.
this whole conversation. And I
Right.
think it's important. You got to celebrate your victories and
Yeah.
it really try to shift your mindset to that. You said something earlier about, if you got to choose to have a good day, or
Mhm.
choose to be positive, and then
Yeah.
things work out that way.
Yeah. For sure.
Catch new episodes of Mental Health Mondays every Monday morning at 7 a.m. Start your week off with a smile and some inspiration.